Okay, welcome back again to some more 0K action, and it's going to be another game of the tournament. Just go to the game. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is the one, two, three. So this is the fourth game of the match, the finals match between GoogleFrog and Fealthas. And yes, this is the 1v1 tournament of 0K, September 2014. Damn good intro. I seem to be rushing it a bit more actually, since because I've repeated it a few times. But there you go. This is more so for the benefit of people who are watching the YouTube videos and, you know, might not actually be watching all of them, or might be watching them out of sequence or whatever. In any case, yeah, the game has only just begun, and yeah, so we got Fealthas at the bottom right with Hovercraft, I think, and GoogleFrog at the top left with aeroplanes. Those wacky aeronautical devices. Why not, eh? Why not indeed? So yeah, this is the sort of map that pretty much any factory can actually work on. Got rough terrain for spiders, and they can of course go up and down these little ridges. At the same time though, cloakies can go up and down these ridges as well, and yeah, the choke points also help them out quite a bit. Yeah, light vehicles, heavy tanks, etc. can also make use of the map, given that it's relatively flat in various sections. That's pretty good too. And yeah, of course, amphibs and hovers can work pretty nicely, given the fact that the map has some water on it too. And of course, hovercraft can work on it anyway, because light vehicles and such work on it. So there you have it. At least it's going to be not a hover versus hover match. It's going to be a hover versus air match. Wow, who to think? So GoogleFrog only making a couple of planes though. No, only one plane even. So, and yeah, he's just going for one bomber and then going straight to Cloakybot Factory, while hovercraft are going to be in for Fealthas. So as you can see, yeah, GoogleFrog just doing a bit of a scout, a bit of a flyover. I think he did actually check out the factory, taking out a single mix. And is Fealthas going to overcommit though? Is he going to overcommit to anti-air? We'll just have to wait and see. Here's a map where hovers should be better than light heavy vehicles. Okay, yeah, that's true actually, given the water that's there, although I mean, it's not like as if vehicles don't have a bit of room to maneuver, you know, that doesn't have water anyway, so yeah. In fact, I think I even saw an actual matchup at some point, might have been Shadow Fury that actually casted that one, where it was like hovercraft versus a land factory, heavy tanks I think. I think hovercraft or heavy tanks were down here. Yeah, it was interesting actually watching that play out. But yeah, anyway, why Cloaky? That's a good question actually, because I mean, they should still be viable. They can still go up and down these little ridges, and they do have nice little choke points to contend with. While hovercraft on the other hand, they can go through the water, which the cloakies cannot go through. So what the hell? I think it's relatively even. That's subject to debate, but screw it. I'm going to say at the moment it's relatively even. So yeah, I mean, GoogleFrog, he's just got a single bomber going around. I think Fealthas has caught on to the fact that he's not going to be facing much in terms of planes. So he's only got one single flail as mobile anti-air. Indeed, Google Air algorithm, cute. But anyway, yeah, he hasn't overcommitted on air actually, which is pretty good for him. Oh, okay, well, you know, GoogleFrog actually did come up with a single Swift, but that was only really to scout. Maybe he's trying to give the impression that he's going to be going for more air units. Oh, he actually is. He's actually going for another Swift. My god. 2 Swifts and a bomber. Daggers will trash glaives. Yes, they will. Yes, they will actually, but maces will do great versus glaives though. So, and I think they're slightly more mobile than warriors, 100% sure to be honest. But, yes. Glaives. Yeah, actually, yeah, I was just making an even better case for hovercraft there. Well, I suppose cloakies, I mean, they do get cloaked gremlins and snipers and such. There you go, Thunderbird Glaive combo is pretty good. Same for Phoenix tick, there you go, see? Yeah, it's got it all. Yeah, that's right, yeah, of course, the Cloaky Factory of course gets the tick as well, and yeah, notice that this map does have a few choke points, so yeah, it's a great place to funnel hovercraft through, set off the tick, and then yeah, take them out with glaives or whatever else you have on hand. And the daggers are just running in and trashing stuff, apparently. Oh yeah, well actually I suppose yeah, daggers can't just go straight in, they sort of have to stay at an arm's distance, but they're still pretty damn fast, so that allows them to do that pretty well. All about hovers. Well, it's not all about hovers, just these past few matches seem to have been about hovers. Anyway, speaking of hovers, we've got hovercraft, taking out a couple of glaives here and there, but yeah, not really much damage being done by, sorry, not much damage being done by GoogleFrog there though, just mostly sacrificing not flags, but sacrificing glaives, leaving a bit more metal there. Not too shabby indeed. Although there we go, this is the kind of annoying thing, playing on these sorts of maps as vehicles and hovercraft, etc. And that would of course be the fact that, yeah, there's going to be a few bits of the map where you just can't get to them. So, GoogleFrog, very nicely done. In fact, I'm actually surprised they didn't put an LLT or something like that above here, or just a couple of LLTs. Actually, a couple of defenders. The LLT is a bit taller, so probably would have worked a little bit better for this sort of thing anyway, but actually until defender was deployed. But in any case, there we go. Fealthas has now got control of this all-important little cliff thing there. Shadow Fury indicating the plane plant. Actually, that's pretty helpful. Very helpful indeed. Thanks, Shadow Fury, for that. So yeah, Fealthas is actually going for a about 7-minute switch for the plane plant, and yeah, GoogleFrog, he doesn't have anything to scout that out. He probably is going to suspect that's going to happen, and what do you know, he's actually got a sharpshooter out. Interesting. And yeah, just going to be going for a couple of warriors as well. So sharpshooter, there's not really anything too heavy for him to fire against though. What the hell, see what happens. But yeah, I dare say this is a sort of map where, yeah, hovercraft or cloakies could possibly work. It's really going to depend much more on the player's skills rather than the factory choices. Still though, these guys, they do have quite a bit of rain on over this side of the map actually. In fact, I'm surprised that GoogleFrog has not concentrated a bit more on the bottom left where there's no water at all for the hovercraft to actually hide behind. He's basically fighting on terrain that really is quite a bit more advantageous to hovercraft naturally. I mean, let alone the fact that it's also flat terrain, but it's water as well, so yeah, well, there you go. Snipers are in, and not really doing too much though. And yeah, I'm not really sure why he went for the single sniper. Maybe just in case if Fealthas decided to stop, you know, glaive dagger spamming, decide to go with something a bit heavier. But then again, I mean, these halberds, they can take so much damage when they're not firing. It's ridiculous. And of course, you just have the flail to slowly but surely not take out the bombers, but make them think twice, I suppose. Oh, no, wait a minute, is he going to be able to do it? Nope. Wow, that was close. Okay, they basically killed each other. Or I think actually maybe the daggers might have contributed a bit to that, but well, there you go. Yeah, in my opinion, anti-air, or at least a mobile anti-air, is a little bit underpowered in 0K. Yeah. I know there's going to be plenty who are going to disagree with me, but in my opinion, it is a little bit underpowered. Compared to aircraft, and of course especially compared to static anti-air, but of course static anti-air can't move, so there you go. But yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Huh. Indeed. Itchy nose there, sorry about that. But yeah, GoogleFrog, he might actually be able to take another game from Fealthas. He is slowly but surely pushing forward, despite the fact that Fealthas has got the mobility advantage, and yeah, he's definitely got the terrain advantage, or he should have the terrain advantage fighting on a combination of water and land, compared to these bastards which only go through land though. But still, though, Fealthas isn't really taking... Okay, he's taking some advantage, I suppose, of his mobility here. He needs to watch out, though. These warriors, even though they can't move that fast, still can do a number on these daggers. And he is definitely losing a couple of daggers here and there, just a bit of attrition damage. And I believe he's also just got his daggers cornered in as well. I don't think they can get out of here without going this way, and the warrior can very comfortably cover that exit point. Although at the same time, Fealthas did do quite a bit of economic damage, and once again he has the economic advantage. Who to think? Yes, got a massive economic advantage. GoogleFrog has a slight army advantage, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, I still stand by the fact, stand by my statement of mobile anti-air being a little bit underpowered. But oh well, there you go. It's mobile after all, but it still feels a bit underpowered versus anything that flies, especially given how you know, most mobile anti-air is pretty freaking slow anyway. So air units can quite a bit of the time. Oh, actually, it's too bad I didn't get another shot off on him. But anyway, air units quite a bit of the time can just very easily run away from anti-air units. Well, very nicely done, actually, taking out the GoogleFrog's builder commander as well as his sharpshooter. Very nicely done, but. Yeah, I mean, air units, especially on slightly bigger maps, they can very easily just run around mobile air units. The majority of the time it's just ridiculous, especially given how much mobile air units cost. But at the very least, I don't think there are any actual anti-air mobile units that have got less than 800 health, so it'll always take 2 bombers to kill one. Pretty sure Flail... Yeah, actually, Flail I'm pretty sure has got... 300 metal, hope it has plenty of health. Yeah, max HP 1300, so... Yeah, there you go. Actually, the size might be a bit of a pain in the ass, especially if they can penetrate deep into the heart of Fealthas' base. 3 scythes. Should be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, interesting enough, Fealthas has been the one to take the bottom left point, rather than... bottom left area, basically, rather than GoogleFrog. Although GoogleFrog, he does have a couple of radar towers, rather interestingly set up actually, and his scythes are slowly but surely taking out Fealthas' expansions, so... Yeah, Fealthas, he did manage to initially secure this area at the very least, but I'm just surprised actually that GoogleFrog didn't do that earlier on. I mean, just because there's no water here for hovercraft to hide behind, like I think I might have mentioned it at least once before. Yeah, no water for hovercraft to hide behind, and yeah, there's a couple of rough bits of terrain for them to have to maneuver through or around, so... Well, there you go. In any case, Fealthas, he did manage to take the top right though, but yeah, GoogleFrog, he's... wow. He's got an interesting strategy actually, setting up these radar towers around like this. And a couple of defenders as well, just in case Fealthas tries to come with his own planes, although yeah, a couple of defenders isn't going to do much versus anything more than one plane, but still it's something, I suppose. And I'm not sure what Fealthas is even doing actually with his swifts there. He's completely leaving his bombers to the wolves, but there we go, he does at least manage to take out all the swifts of GoogleFrog, so he's got that going for him. GoogleFrog, he's, yeah, once again, economically and military, he's not doing that well compared to Fealthas. But just looking at how things are going, I mean, GoogleFrog, he managed to clear out this entire bottom left area, so if he can actually get all the mixes here and actually secure this area, then really he should have a massive economic advantage over Fealthas, especially since, yeah, the advantage Fealthas has is not really that big. His army advantage is a little bit more noticeable, but a little bit of that would be in the commander. Okay, he's not upgraded, but still. Yeah, Fealthas has not yet won though. In my opinion, GoogleFrog still has a chance, but Fealthas, wow, he's definitely on top of his game there. He's been eating his wheat bix and all that. GoogleFrog's been eating flies, I suppose. Yeah, that's what frogs eat, and devouring companies. Since that's what Google does. Yeah, devouring companies and flies, and he's a bit bloated, and yeah, there you go. That's why he's playing. But anyway, God, talk about going off on tangents there. Well, actually, that was a very nice little chance discovery by the mace there. It reveals one of the scythes. The second one though stays cloaked though, but only just though. Yeah, 3 scythes were indeed pretty powerful. Yeah, basically clearing everything out. And yeah, GoogleFrog, he is still in the game. He's not giving up. So good on him for continuing to surge forward. He's taking the bottom left. It's pretty well undefended at the moment, actually. A few daggers would clear everything out here. Well, like you have a bit of anti-air support versus the annoying bombers and such. But yeah, actually, if Fealthas, he could stand to be a little bit more aggressive, actually. In fact, he might just be doing that. Moving his... daggers around. Damn it again, he's just moving them straight towards the middle. pretty much straight into these defenses. Look at all these defenses that are set up. It's bloody ridiculous. But all of this is completely defenseless. I don't know why he hasn't actually tried to do something. Here we go. Once he finishes this radar tower, that should give him a very good idea as to what is actually in here, and he's probably going to be very pleasantly surprised, and probably going to be cursing himself a little bit at the same time, because he hasn't actually, you know, just sent in a few daggers with air support or anti-air support of some description to check out the bottom left. But he's got the radar out, so he can see that the mexes are naked. He can, of course, see a few other dots beside the mexes, so he's going to know there's not going to be, you know, they're not going to go down without a fight. But you know, that should at least give some indication to the fact that you know, they are open to attack, and you know, the fact that GoogleFrog has expanded as well, so it should be attacking. His own expansions, yeah, could be doing a bit better. In fact, their economies are pretty much neck and neck. Fealthas does have the better army though. It's just a matter of him actually using it and not throwing it away and making sure to cover his army. Jesus, bloated myself it seems. But anyway, yeah, just a matter of properly covering his enemy versus air units. Although, yeah, there's not really much in terms of air for him to worry about. GoogleFrog is completely committed to the ground fight, so... Oh, there we go, just as well, because Fealthas doesn't really have too much in terms of anti-air. Well, in terms of anti-air on the ground, should I say, he actually does have crap loads of Swifts, well, compared to GoogleFrog anyway, so definitely does have air superiority. Yeah, maybe air supremacy, I think I'll dare say that as well, but he's... yeah. He's just sitting by, he's not doing anything, and... okay, he can't really do anything there, I'll admit. Due to all the crap that's defending GoogleFrog's base, but really, he should at least be retreating these guys, or, you know, trying to, yeah, he could arrest this right now. This is, yeah, there we go. Now he's actually going to do that, and he should be establishing his mexes as well as a few defenses here and there. Yeah, that would definitely be, yeah, it would definitely help solidify his economic advantage. But yeah, well. What can he do? He's going to completely ignore these defenses at the very least, and he should actually be going in with these maces as well. I mean, these halberds are going to do a great job in tanking damage, provided that they were on hold fire, which they're not. His maces, no, they're just going to be standing by. Bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion, but yeah. And yep, it is going to be over, yes, indeed. But yeah, down go the halberds. Now it's up to the maces, and he's not even going to be attacking these defenses in enfilade for some reason. He's not even focusing firing, for fuck's sake. No, he's just moving. Oh god. Well, I suppose he did technically take out the defenses, but yeah, he could have been so much more efficient than what he did there. I suppose he doesn't have to worry too much about it, given he does have the army advantage and the economic advantage, but still. I mean, GoogleFrog, he's still playing, as you can see. He's definitely not out. I mean, he's just waiting, biding his time for an opportunity to present itself. And Fealthas, it just... I mean, especially against, you know, someone of GoogleFrog's caliber, one slip-up could cost him the game, potentially. But it's going to have to be one hell of a slip-up, actually, given the current position. But it still could happen, though. It still could happen. Just isn't happening at the moment. Nice positions for the radar towers, though, I'll say that much. Actually, just have a look, though. Radar tower for Fealthas, yeah, can actually see the stuff that's here. The Couldron might actually be providing a bit of... might actually be jamming it, it's kind of hard to tell. And that's not actually how jammers work either. Jammers actually work by flooding radars with static, essentially. So, at the very least, you would usually deny them with things like targeting and detailed information. With range and detailed information about a particular radar signature. But nope, jammers in this game, they just completely, yeah, they just completely mask something from radar entirely, which is not really how it's meant to work. If it was realistic, which I suppose the game is not really particularly realistic, but there we go. If it was actually realistic, then what Fealthas will be seeing is he'd pretty much be seeing like a band, like a radar band extending kind of like this from where the jamming is taking place, and yeah, that's not how it works though. It'd be kind of amusing actually if there was like a mod for, is this napalm? Oh yeah, indeed. Anyway, it'd be kind of amusing if there was an actual mod that actually made radars and all that realistic for this game. I don't think the engine would really be able to support it though, but indeed. How cute. So yeah, they're going to wallow around there, but yeah, the real story is going to be the daggers here, which are just demolishing, utterly demolishing GoogleFrog. And he's got a nice little wind farm here, but yeah, this game does not have any metal makers in it, unfortunately for GoogleFrog. So it's not like as if he can just, you know, hole up in the mountains and just hide there and make metal makers or something like that. Yeah, Balanced Annihilation has got metal makers, but 0K does not. Way hot indeed. Yeah, Napalm would really come in handy. And actually, no, wait a minute, we actually do have a Napalm bomber for Fealthas. It's just not doing anything. So yeah, really at this point we're just waiting for the game to end. And if this was a replay, I'd be fast forwarding through this. Well, actually, maybe I might not be fast forwarding right now due to the fact that there's some action happening, but okay, now I'd probably be fast forwarding actually, now those guys are dead. But yeah, look at this. God. Fealthas has still not won the game, for God's sake. I mean, it's GoogleFrog. The only thing he's really got going for him are a couple of warriors, a couple of there's gremlins, yeah, gremlins and snipers basically. And really, all of this can be overwhelmed with a combination of halberds and maces. Basically, that's all they need. Okay, and actually, I suppose the planes will do great as well, but but yeah. Yeah, it looks like Fealthas, I don't know, he's just having trouble actually finishing off the game. But anyway, actually, what is this? Blood, nanoframes. Oh yeah, that's right, actually. Yeah, he could have spammed nanoframes as well versus the snipers, just to give him something else to aim at. But yeah, GoogleFrog's pretty much dead, but he's... Yeah, they're both just dragging things out, really. I mean, hell, it'd be funny if GoogleFrog can actually make something happen from this. I mean, obviously GoogleFrog thinks he can make something happen, or maybe he's just trolling and he just wants to make, you know, make things as hard as possible for Fealthas, maybe. Come on, just some napalm, just blind firing napalm, or even just a disarming firebird to actually see these guys would make all the difference. But there we go, it's done. GoogleFrog has lost. Fealthas has won the tournament. So, what a freaking tournament it was, actually. I even participated in it myself briefly, and yeah, there'll be videos, well, on YouTube there would have been videos posted before this one. But there you have it. Hopefully you've enjoyed that quite a bit. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun just to commentate on, I'll bet, actually. Pretty good high-level play. It dragged out a bit towards the end there, but overall pretty good. Fealthas wins the September 1v1 0K tournament. So there you have it. I shall see you all next time.